What's up, YouTube? My name is Zach, and welcome to My Life. So as you guys might remember from the last episode, we need a blade. We need a blade so we can start cutting some steel. These little we need a blade so we can fix our fail from the last video right here. The plan last video was to fix this and then go on my merry way, but the problem was I took all the time to set up that nice new chop saw and even took out the vise because I felt like it. And the two blades I have, the arbor in the middle are too small. I need a 1-inch arbor. Those I believe are 3/4 or 20 millimeter. So we're gonna head to the hardware store and go get us a nice blade. And actually, we're also gonna pick up some bolts, just two, for this vise here, so we can finally get that mounted and use it for whatever things we need to use it for. Alright, so we're back in the garage and got it installed, ready to go. Just gotta plug it in and start marking steel, start cutting. But I forgot something. I forgot those bolts that we're gonna use to put the vise onto the bench. I guess I'm 2 for 2 for videos with fails. That's alright, cause we don't really need the vise today. And I can always just get that later. They're just bolts. They're not as hard to find as those blades were. I actually got a really important letter in the mail today. It actually probably came during the week, but I'm in college and yada 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 today. And, well, I'm debt free. I'm 100% debt free if you exclude the house. As of today, I got this letter from Bank of North Dakota, who I got my student loans through. I paid them off. So I'd say I'm doing this life thing pretty well. Let's get back on topic though. So first thing first, I'm probably gonna clean up down there. I haven't decided whether I want to weld up here or just straight across to there. Haven't decided that yet. I'll make that decision soon here. But we gotta start marking steel, start cutting. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've taken the center punch and just held up my piece of steel here, got my holes to where I need to drill. Then I'm gonna drill through this plate, bolt it on, mock up the fender flare up here so then I can get a distance. I think I'm gonna go towards the back there. So I can get a distance to cut it with our new chop saw blade and then clean it all up, weld it, put it all together, and then we'll see what happens. So as it would turn out, two things to add to the fail list for this video. I don't need the chop saw. I needed the vise. I don't know if you guys could see it from sitting on top of the old telephone there, but I actually had to bend this piece. Ow, I just stabbed myself. I actually had to bend this piece, and you know, so a solidly mounted vise would have been nice. And I don't need this because this turned out to be the perfect length to sit kind of just like that and come right there. Yeah. So turns out I don't need the vise, or correction. Turns out I don't need the chop saw to cut, but I needed the vise. I was still able to bend it, and it turned out pretty darn well. I got my holes drilled and I got my bolts ready to go. I think I'm gonna weld these two pieces together, being it fits basically perfectly, and then clean up where the angle bracket needs to mount, and weld that in place, and then get all this put back together. And then this long chain of fails should be done. And because I live in North Dakota, I don't need a bucket to quench this. All right. Looks pretty good to me. Well guys, it looks like we've done it. Now, you might have seen me in that time lapse jump into the bed and start dumping some frozen water bottles onto something. Well, when I was welding, I kind of burnt through. But, I mean, look at my bed. Does it look like I really care about the work side of my pickup? No, I really don't care too much about that. I just want to cover up that rust so that when I go to sell it, it doesn't look half bad. Now, it still looks bad down there in the cab and the rockers, but you know, this was a success. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's turned out pretty darn well. It's pretty darn solid. It's got a little wiggle up here and up on the lip, but it's not too bad. So I think the old girl needs a treat. Let's go give it a wash. You guys don't even know how good it feels to be able to see the fender flare in my rear view mirror now, instead of seeing all that rusty nastiness. Alright guys, we're here in the car wash. It's actually Sunday now. It was Friday in the last section. Decided to skip Saturday because now I'm here in my college town with a lot nicer wash bay. It's actually heated in here, and it takes card. The one in our town only takes quarters. The coin changer never works, and it's open doors. It's cold as so. Here's another montage of cleaning. I'll get you some shots when we're done. Let's end this video. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna get back to the apartment, get warm. It's about 3 degrees outside. Thank God that bay was heated. It was amazing. Spent a little more than I wanted to. I spent about $9. I wanted to spend about $6 because that's how much it was back in town, but the extra $3 was worth it to stay warm, and they actually have wax and tire cleaner, so that worked out pretty good. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I don't know if this one was boring or exciting for you. It's just a mix-up for me, but like always, thanks for watching My Life.